Hello, everyone. This is your friend Divyesh Dave, and welcome to the day number 13. We are heading towards our fundamentals and mastery in Excel, and we have learned so many things in last 12 days. I hope you have learned something new. So please share your comments, your queries, so that we can help you to learn about this and also practice. Because if you don't practice, it is not going to help you. By watching these video will not help you. Actually, you need to go open the Excel and put these formulas. Okay, so today we are on the day 13 and we are heading towards our dynamic formulas and dynamic things, arrays and everything. Today we are going to learn about filtering, just like we have learned about indexing and matching. Now we want to learn about filtering. So basically, what filter is? If you see, we have any database, we put the filter and we check. Okay, first we need to select, let's say, our salesman Alexander. Then the second filter we put in Alexander, how many cell phone he sold. So these are the details. This is how very basic simple formula works. We select the area, we put the filter command, and it adds all the filter in the header, and then we select whatever criteria we want, and we want to check the result, right? But what if I tell you we can bring the whole database choosing the filter function to somewhere else wherever we need? So this is called filtering function. The simple filter is something like we just go and we just select the arrow on filter of the header. But in filtering and extracting the data, uh, basically it brings the whole database. Just like in indexing, we bring the specific cells or a specific uh, like rows or columns. In filtering, it just filters the selection what we want to bring, and it brings the whole data set of that particular area into our result area. Okay, so we will learn it into three or four steps. Like first we will learn simple filter, then we add double or multiple filter, then we will learn mixing with other formulas, and then we changing the result. Like if specifically there are numbers we want to change, so we can change that as well. So let's start very simple filter. For example, we have these two criteria. Let's just remove this criteria right now. We have salesman and we want to know, okay, bring me all the data related to Alexander. It should be the date, the manager, the item number, the units and sales. And I want to bring all the data here. Not a single row, not a single column, but all which selects the Alexander. So what we do is we simply put filter function here is equal to filter, and then we put array. Array means the area. We want to bring this. Now this is the power of table. You don't need to select a header to last column. You just go to the table and you put this arrow sign, and then it selects something like this. So that is the power of table. And then when we selected our area, we could column, and now we need to put from where we need to we need to select the person name. We just go here, see is arrow, and we select the whole column of this particular table, and then we need to set the rule. If in this column is equal to, and then we put the criteria, okay, Alexander. If it is Alexander, then brings the whole database of Alexander and enter. Boom. Did you see the magic? It brings all the database of Alexander. If you want to check, you can just simply check, okay, select the Alexander is the exact data. 14 columns, 14 rows of 315 488. 315 488. So this is how filter formula works. It brings the whole data set of that particular selection. Now the second thing is, what if you want to give the double criteria? Double means you want to select salesman also, and in that salesman, how many, let's say, television he sold. Okay, so this is the second criteria. So put multiple, you keep the formula same, but here what you do is, uh, You simply add, let me just check it again. So multiply criteria. Yeah. You simply add one more thing, but we add this sign, into sign, multiply sign, star sign, and then we select the second criteria. For example, we want to bring the item, and then is equal to this. Check it again. This is equal. Okay. After that, we need to put, because it's just, let me just keep it again. So filter, we know the array. This is our array, and then comma, include. First, we put this first selection, which is salesman, and it should match with Alexander. Okay. Then we close the bracket. Then here also we need to put the bracket, and then here we put the star sign. After that, we put the second selection, which is item, and then here also, sorry, here also we need to put the bracket, and then multiply is equal to television, and then we close this. So this is closing the second criteria. Now we're closing the filter formula, and done. Just change the format of dates. So what it does is, first it checks the Alexander, then it checks the television, and it brings the result of all the database of here. Sometimes it happens, let's say we put any error, let's say televis, so it will bring the error. So in that case, we can just simply go one step inside, and we put comma, inverted comma, and we put not found. If something is not found, it will bring this result. Okay. So check it again. First we put filter, then select the table, I mean our array, and then we open the bracket. We put our first criteria, which is selecting from salesman is equal to Alexander. Then we put into this multiplication sign. Okay, and then we put table. Okay, when we start the bracket, table item, which we now want to select the second column, and then we is equal to television, which is our second criteria. Let me just correct it here, which is our second criteria. Second criteria is found. So this is our complete table. But we also want to add, if something is missing, it will show you the error. So before closing the bracket, we just put comma, and then after comma, if this is not done, then you give us the not found result. So we just simply put comma, inverted comma, not found, inverted comma, close, and then our filter formula, we close it with the bracket close. So this is how filter works. You can see if I just change the criteria, which Louis, it will bring the Louis. In Louis, how many television are set? In Louis, if you want to say, let's say, if Louis have any other sold sales item, video games. So we just put, okay, in Louis, how many video games we sold? So it will bring the video games. So you can play around this with all the database. This is just for example, okay? So this was the multiple selection. Now, sometimes what happens, we want to check, okay, either you check, let's say this is our person, Alexander or television. Both should match. If this is matching or this is matching, bring all the data if matches this or this. So for that, there is a simple trick. You just go to our sample and you just change this sign with plus. That's it. And it will bring all the data which has either Alexander or television. So it will also find all the data which has Alexander. But if Alexander is not matching, it will also check the television in this. So it will bring all the data which has either Alexander or television in their row. And it will bring the whole data. See, Alexander, If Alexander is not matching, it's asking the television. The television. If it's television or not matching, it will bring the Alexander. Then again, Alexander is Steven. But here it is matching the television. Then Alexander, then television, Alexander, the television, Alexander, television, then Alexander. So this is how either. So this is basically AND or function. Either you put AND star sign for AND, so it will bring both. It will it will give both the selection. First you select first selection, and then you select the second criteria. This is how AND for function works. But if you say okay, either this or this, you can select both. Then you just need to put plus sign. Okay, so this is all for single and multiple. Now let's say we have this data, but it's not bringing the header, and we want to bring the header also. So here comes the combination. We combine this filter formula with another formulas, which is called like stacking, or combining the different combine with other formulas. So for example, this, let me just check it. So what we do is we simply put v stack here. There is a formula called v stack. So it brings the header in our selection. Let's say v stack and comma and close. Let me just check it again. So what it does is we stack our header, filter one, and then it's done. Let me put it again. Let's try with a simple filter. Filter our array. Then we want to bring from salesman, is equal to Alexander, and close. Now here we put v stack, and then we close our bracket. What did we do? Is there any other thing? V stack. We need to select. Sorry, my bad. Here we need to select the headers also, because if it's not, we are not giving the the path or selection area, how it will select, right? So we need to give the selection also. V stack, and then we select all the headers. That's simple thing we need to do. And then we put comma, we go to end, and then we close it. Okay, close it again. There is some error. Why is bringing some error? Oh, sorry, I put this sign. It should not be there. It should be just simple, and it's done. Okay, I just put the star sign instead of comma. So we already had a filter formula, but we just added v stack is equal to v stack, and then we select all the headers, and then we put comma, and all the formula were as it is. I mean the single selection we filter, and then we close it with a single bracket, and it's done. So it brings the header also. So this is how we can play around with this filter and v stack. Now there is one more thing. For example, we selected this person, but we don't want all the columns. We just want selected one. Let's say name and the amount. That's it. We don't want date, number, manager, and all. So for that, we have another function which is called choose calls. Choose call means choose columns. Choose calls. and then we select this, and then after that we give them, okay, give me the, let's say which column is the name, 1 2 3 4 number, and 5 6 7 8. So 4 and 8, 4 comma 8 and bracket. Wait, use calls, filter was correct. We don't need to give the header thing. I just did not understand that. And that's it. Okay. So what we did is, let me just put the simple filter and then I'll show you. Filter, our array, then comma, what we want to bring, salesman is equal to Alexander. We close it. This is our simple filter. But in this filter, we want to bring only two columns, salesman and sales amount. So we just put choose calls, comma, tab means bracket open, and then we go to end, we put comma, number 4 and number 8 only, and then we close it. That's it. So it will bring all the data of Alexander and all the numbers. You can check it. Let's say 25, 4 is there, then 16,000, sorry, 17,000 is there, then next Alexander is 22,000 is there. So this is how we can just bring only selected columns if you want to bring. So I hope this is helpful for you. Now, one more thing I wanted to add is changing the result. For example, we want to bring the only the, let's say we have this person. If we want to just select in all this area, we want to filter the name, but also we want to bring the amount, but not the list of amount, but rather than total of amount. We can do that as well. So for that we have this sum function. So we just do sum of the filter. That's it. So we put simple filter. Let's say filter our array area. Now here slightly changes we are going to do is we need to bring um, first sales amount, comma, salesman is equal to this, and then we bring this, but here we put sum and then we close it. That's it. Okay, it was showing in date. So we converted date format by simply using Alt HK. You know that command, right? So if we just select that Alexander, what is the total of Alexander? 315,488. And what is coming here is different. Let me just check it here. So we put filter formula first, then our table salesman is equal to this, and then we put sum. Okay. So in filter first we select the sale amount. Let's say is equal to filter. Then we put the, instead of giving the whole array, we put this array, comma, our main selection area, then is equal to, it should be Alexander, and then it's done. And in this, we put the sum formula. And this is how it brings. So I hope you understood this. If you don't understand, let me explain you. What we did is instead of selecting the whole array, we just selected the sale amount which we want to bring. That's it. So we don't want to bring the whole area, but we just want to bring the data of sale amount. That's why we put, instead of selecting here, can you see here? We did not selected the whole array, but only sale amount, because we want to bring the sale amount. And then what we need to select? We need to select the salesman list, and then salesman list should be is equal to this person, and then we enter. After that, before the filter, we put simply sum formula, and you can say, you can change this with average also. Let's say, sorry, average. It will bring the average. 22,000 is the average. We can bring, let's say, count. It can bring the count. So you can play around this. So this was all the filter function. I hope you understood this. This is really powerful thing when it comes to creating reports and bringing the data from one place to another place. This is a really powerful thing. So we learn indexing, we learn matching, and now it's filtering. So try it, use it, and share your query in the comment section, in the group. Now the time is for our formula of the day, and formula is like, this is just simple sign, but it can bring it can combine the multiple data. For example, this is AND formula. Yes, that's it. How it works? Let's say you want to combine this plus this cell text and this cell text. So you simply you select the first, and then you put AND, and then you put Stephen. That's it. Now you notice that there is no space between this, right? So what you do is, after the first AND, you put inverted comma, space, and then you close it. Then again you put the second AND. So it will bring the space. So you can select this whole thing. So it can work when you have sometimes first name, middle name, and last name in different columns. You can simply put the AND function, put the space of and then select the second and third column. That's it. This is for short kind of merging of text. So simple and very easy, right? Now comes the auto fit. This is our shortcut of the day. Let's say you have this data here and it is not coming into proper. So what you do is Control A, Alt H O I. So it will auto it will auto fit your columns. So for columns it is Alt H O I, and for rows it is Alt H O W. Do you want to see now? Let's say you have this kind of data. Sometimes rows are not proper. So Alt H O W, and you can put the column width. Okay. Alt H O, Alt H O, Alt H O H, H O, Alt H O A. Okay. It is Alt H O A. Sorry. Alt H O I and Alt H O A. This is the shortcut. This is like this. We have this kind of range, and this is very long selection. So Alt H O I, so it will auto fit our columns. And let's say, for example, we have our rows something like this. So Alt H O A. That's it. It will auto fit our columns and rows. And if you want to change, Alt H O W, whatever you want to put, let's say 15. So it will fit the 15 for this particular column. And if you want to put Alt H O W, this column width, Alt H O I. Sorry, Alt H O H. Alt H O H. This is the height of our row. Let's say you want to put 20, so it will increase the size. So you can play around these Alt HO I, Alt HO H, Alt HO W, Alt HO A. Okay. So this was our shortcut of the day. Now, I will. I hope you have this link of our community in our in this video. If you don't have, please join our community. Please become a member of this community because we are going to bring more things for our community. And second is introduce yourself and your experience with this course. How you are learning? Is it helping you? And you can comment below this video also and ask your question and queries in our group so that I can help you more about this learning, more in this learning journey. So thank you so much for being part of this learning journey. Thank you so much for your support, your likes, your if you are subscribed my channel. Thank you so much for that also. And have a great day. Keep learning, keep practicing because Excel need practice. Because I have also checked this formula a long time ago. Uh, some combination of two like this V stack on all. I also forgot, but now thank you so much for all you guys. Because of you, I just reminded myself was all of these formulas. So thank you so much. Keep learning. Have a great day and bye bye. Take care.